Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I make farmhouse macrame style plant hangers. I will say that they're not true macrame and I make them out of jute twine as opposed to rope, but they're very simple, much more simple than traditional macrame, and easy and inexpensive to make. All you need is just a couple of tools and you can make plant hangers all over your own home. The great thing about making your own is that you can make them to any length you like, in any style you like, and to fit any size plant pot that you like. Today I'm going to be adding 4 plant pots around my kitchen window. I actually had a garland around this window at Christmas and it helped fill in the space so much, and when I took it away it looked so empty, so I wanted to come up with something that I could add to it to add some life and colour to the space all year round. So I'm going to be adding these plants around my window here, and let me show you how I do them. So a word of caution when you are hanging plants from your ceiling is to make sure you use appropriate mounting hardware, so good quality ceiling hooks that are installed correctly, because a falling hanging pot is not good for anybody. It's a safety risk and your plant probably will not fare very well either. I will leave detailed instructions for this tutorial over on my blog, so I will link that down below and head over and check that out if you want detailed step-by-step instructions in addition to this video, and I'll also link all of the exact materials I used. So first, cut 9 lengths of your jute twine, and you want these to be the length of your finished plant hanger, so measure them against the space where you want to put them, and then you want them to be twice as long again plus 50% again, because the next step we're going to do is fold these 9 strings in half to make 18 strings in total. So you want the length of these to be the length of your plant hanger plus 50%, and that will give you space for the braiding and the knots, and make sure that your finished plant hanger is not too short and your plant hangs up too high, especially if you have high ceilings like I do. So once you've folded all your strings in half, you'll have this loop at the top, and here we're going to create a knot so that the plant hanger, once it's finished, has something to hang on the hook from on the ceiling. So to do that, I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers and tie a big knot through all of them, just like this. Pull it tight, and then you've got a knot and a loop, and that is your finished spot for it to hang on the hook from. So I chose to hang my project from a hook in my kitchen to work on, just to make things a little easier. And the first thing you want to do is divide the 18 strings into 3 groups of 6 strings. Braid each group of strings for about 12 to 16 inches, depending on the length of your finished plant hanger, to create 3 separate braids of equal lengths. I went for about 12 inches with mine. Tie a knot at the end of each braid and make sure to line up the knots so that the 3 of them are all in the same spot. Divide the strings at the end of each braid into groups of 3. Combine 3 strings from one group with 3 strings from another group, and tie a knot about 6 inches down from the end of the braids. This will create a circle of knots around your hanger. Again, you want to make sure that you adjust your knots so that each one is in the same location on the plant hanger. This will mean that your plant hanger doesn't end up lopsided in the end. Repeat the last step with the new groups of strings you've created. So combine 3 strings from one group with 3 strings from another group and tie a knot another 6 inches down. This will create another circle around your plant hanger. Finally, another 6 inches down, tie all of the strings into one large knot to finish off your farmhouse plant hanger. I like to leave the tassel that's created from doing this to hang underneath the pot. Now all that's left to do is install the finished hanger from the ceiling and you're done. So here are the plant hangers all finished. I have 2 on either side of my window and I think they look fantastic. They add so much life to this space over the sink and make it just a little brighter when we're sitting here or standing here doing dishes. Now with these, let your creativity flow. You don't have to do them in the exact same manner that I did it. Follow the process, but you can braid where I didn't braid. You can do 6 strands of braids instead of 3. I've played around with that with these hangers. So again, if you like detailed step-by-step written instructions on how to make these plant hangers, head on over to my blog. I will leave a link down below along with links to all of the products I use to make these. Also, don't forget to follow me over on social media for more home decor inspiration and tips. Thanks for watching everybody, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I would love if you could give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.